What it do? It's your boy Crack'em Stan on Gotta Get the Sports, and today I will be covering the Eagles versus the Commanders game. So let's get to it. So the Commanders put BTA to the Eagles Nation. You know what I'm saying? We will beat them if they had Hurts, if they had AJ Brown, or if they had Smitty the whole game. Um, it ain't matter if they had Hurts or McKee. They was gonna get beat. We had to get them back. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. But yeah, I got the trolling out the way. We probably wouldn't have beat y'all for sure if y'all had Hurts and AJ Brown, all that stuff. I hope you Eagle fans don't take me seriously sometimes. You gotta know when I'm trolling and when I'm being serious, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I'm a real fan. I'm a real Commander fan. I'm a real football fan, you know what I'm saying? But I gotta have my fun with y'all. Y'all real entertaining. Y'all been blowing up my comments on TikTok and on YouTube a little bit too. So yeah, if you haven't tapped in yet, tap into my YouTube. Gotta Get It Sports. Go check it out. My content for the full videos on TikTok and Instagram. I just kind of do clips. So check me out. But yeah, man, Commanders win 24-17. Debo Samuels. I said Debo Brown. Debo Samuels did pretty good. He tried to get his incentives, but ultimately he couldn't get 2 touchdowns. He had an opportunity for 1 touchdown, but then I think what was that number 7? I forget number 7, Ringo. I think Ringo did a pass interference in the end zone. We had an opportunity to get a touchdown. So they put the ball on the 1-yard line. And I think Rodriguez wound up scoring on that particular play after the pass interference. And then Josh Johnson did pretty good. I don't know what your guy Ringo was doing when Josh Johnson took the lead on that touchdown in the red zone. Ringo was just looking straight at him, and then Johnson just started running towards the end zone, and then Ringo just turned around and just let him run right in. So I don't know what's up with that. Luckily for you guys, that's not y'all starting cornerback. You know what I'm saying? Y'all have some great starting cornerbacks with Quinyon Mitchell and DeJean. I wanted us to draft DeJean over Newton. No disrespect to Newton. I like him. He's decent, but DeJean, he's a beast. I knew he was going to be good coming out of the draft, and we had the opportunity to draft him, but instead we traded back and let y'all draft DeJean. So Peters, you got to get it together, man. We can't be passing on people like DeJean, but it is what it is. Ultimately, like I said, it was a good game. McKee started off good, but then he kind of like went downhill. Like he had the wide open pass he could have completed late in the fourth quarter, threw it over the receiver head. That was a bad interception that he had in the red zone. It wasn't open. I know him and my boy Dotson kind of was like on a different page. I think Dotson went to the left, and then I guess McKee wanted Dotson to maybe do like a slant route, but it wasn't there because it was like 2-3 defenders right there. So it really got picked off, incompleted, or Dotson would have got his head knocked off. Pause. So I don't know what McKee was doing. I know you Eagle fans, some of you Eagle fans, not all you guys. So I have to specify that. I know some smart Eagle fans in the Eagles Nation. I know it is, but some of y'all are crazy and don't know what y'all be talking about. But McKee, he's not good. I don't think he's good. I know the starters, y'all starters wasn't playing. Y'all didn't have like most of y'all offensive line. He didn't have his receivers. I don't think Goddard played, but y'all should be one saying like, hey, let's start McKee over Hurts. Let's bench Hurts. No, Hurts is good. Hurts is going to do good for you guys in the playoffs. Y'all got to have a tough matchup against the 49ers, so that game could go either way. But with y'all defense, y'all could do good for sure. And then we all know what Hurts do in the playoffs. I would rather have a clutch quarterback in the playoffs versus like a Dak Prescott who balls out in the regular season and then wets the bed every time in the playoffs. So I'll take Hurts any day over a lot of quarterbacks in the league outside of, the top-notch ones for sure. But yeah, it was a good game. It is what it is. Not too much to talk about. This been a long season for my Commanders, man. We had so many injuries. So I guess it feels good for us to, I guess you say, go out with a bang, with a win, with all these injuries that we had. I definitely was happy that we did beat y'all, the Eagles, because if y'all would have won this game, the Bears had lost against the Lions, y'all would have got the number 2 seed. And then you know what happened last year, that the Commanders, we knocked off the Lions, and then y'all had that home game against us in the NFC Championship. So who knows what happens with the top seed. The top seed might, get put out of the playoffs, and then y'all have another home game if y'all make it past the divisional round, so we don't want that. So I'm glad we beat y'all for that purposes, because home field doesn't matter in the NFL, especially if y'all have to play like somebody like Seattle. It's hard to play in Seattle, so I was happy that we beat y'all, so we can kind of like, decrease our chances of having the opportunity to have home field advantage if the number one seed gets put out. I don't know who's the number one seed right now. I know it's not the 49ers. I think it's Seattle. Seattle is the number one seed right now, and then who's the second seed? It might be, I can't think who's the second seed right now, but I'm just glad y'all not the second seed, so I won't have opportunity to get a home game late in the playoffs, unless like the number one seed get knocked off and the second seed get knocked off. Then some things may change in that order, but we'll see how it goes, man. Good luck to the Eagles Nation. Commanders, we got a lot of work to do in the off season. We gotta get healthy first. We gotta see what's going to happen with Cliff Kingsbury. Are we going to bring him back? What are we going to do with the defensive coordinator, Joe Witt Jr.? He's not calling plays. Do Dan Cameron want to keep him on the team and call plays for the rest of his career? We'll see. But yeah, we might have to get another offensive coordinator. Like I said, rumors on the street that Cliff Kingsbury and Adam Peters may not be having the best relationship. They're not on the same page when it comes to offense. And I can kind of see that sometimes too. I definitely want an offense coordinator that's going to emphasize giving Terry the ball more consistently. I think Terry should get like 10 targets a game. I don't think we should be running the ball on 3rd and 1 in the shotgun. We need to play traditional football and stop being cute sometimes. But I did like Cliff Kingsbury. I think he's good. He did the best he can do this year with all these injuries that we had on offense, especially in the receiving core. And then we lost 2 quarterbacks, so we was on our 3rd string with Josh Johnson. So he did the best he could do. We got to definitely draft good this year. We got the number 7 pick right now. Right now they have us getting Caleb Downs. I've been saying that a lot in a lot of these mock drafts. I want a pass rusher. I feel like we need a pass rush. Like, we don't need to be trying to go outside of that. But if you think Caleb Downs is a big playmaker and a difference maker on that defense, pull the trigger, but make sure you draft right. I know we don't have no second rounder. I think we got a 3rd rounder, but we only have like a total of 5 picks right now. So we got a lot of work to do. We have a lot of money in free agency, so we got to make sure we do right. We don't need to be signing all these old people. We need to sign some young people, you know what I'm saying, like 25, 26, so we can get this thing going. Bobby Wagner, I don't know if he's going to retire, but he had a great career, but I anticipate him not being back here next year. Von Miller probably won't be back here next year. He got his sack. He got $500,000 off that sack he got at the end of the game yesterday. But I don't know if he's going to be back. So we definitely need to get some more linebackers. We need pass rush, D ends. We need everything on defense, safeties, maybe another corner, because Lattimore is going to be out of here. We're not going to claim him. We're not going to pick up that contract because he don't have a guaranteed contract after this year. So Lattimore is out of here. Bobby Wagner probably be out of here. Von Miller's out of here. We have young boys, Trey Amos. Mike Sancho didn't have the best year, but I have faith in him. This defense with this beat up, I have faith in him. So McGee, he got some promise. McGee's solid, but I don't know if he could be our number 1 middle linebacker. I'm not sure about that. Medrano, hopefully next year Medrano get more snaps. He's a special team specialist, so I guess he did good in the special teams, but I want him to be out there. He's a good pass coverage linebacker, so we need to give him an opportunity. I'm pretty sure he probably will get more opportunity next year when we go a little younger. But yeah, it is what it is. Like I said, we the 7th pick, got endless money. Will we bring back Deron Payne? He's still under contract. I think we can let him go this year if we want. I don't think we'll let him go. We'll trade him, worst case scenario. But he'll create a lot of like cap space if we move on from him, if we trade him. But me personally, I wouldn't trade him. Deron Payne is doing this thing. He's doing this thing. He's our best lineman on our defensive line. So I think we should keep him at that price. It is what it is. We have to pay that. Like I said, get more people around him. He'll do better. Luvu didn't have the best year, but he'll do better too with a better defense around him as well, and a better coordinator. Dan Quinn did his thing, after he took over the play calling from Joe Witt Jr. Dan Quinn should have took over the play calling early in the year, but he's very loyal, so he wanted to stick with his boy Joe Witt, give him an opportunity, to possibly become a head coach in the NFL someday, but it didn't work out. Dan Quinn gonna have to pull the trigger a little earlier going forward, because I get being loyal and things like that, but you gotta see the writing on the wall. And when Joe Witt was out there, our defense looked confused, like people just wide open all the time. It happened here and there with Dan Quinn, but you seen the defense flying around the ball a little bit more. We didn't have the talent, but we was hitting people harder when Dan Quinn was calling plays. So I think Dan Quinn should call plays going forward, because, what's wrong with it? You know what I'm saying? You see Sean McVay on offense, he calls the play calls. Kyle Shanahan called his on offense, and he's the head coach. So Dan Quinn has a great track record of getting good defenses, when he was in Dallas and when he was in Seattle. So I just think going forward, he's going to have to call the plays. It's the best for the team. You know what I'm saying? I know he probably would rather be doing more other things. I know Dan Quinn would rather be doing other things, focus on other parts of the team. But, at the end of the day, I feel like he's the best option for us right now that we have on our staff to call the plays. So going forward, he need to call them plays, and I think our defense will do better, get younger, get better pass rush, and maybe get another receiver, and we'll be good to go. But thank you guys for supporting me, man. Like, it's been a long season. This is my first season doing my sports podcast. It's been a long time coming. God, my Lord Savior Jesus Christ, told me to go for this. You know what I'm saying? I've just been procrastinating for years. I'm getting to it right now. It's only going to grow. That's what he promised me, so I'm going to go for it. But thank you guys for supporting. I will be still doing videos the whole off season. Talking about certain things like, who should we get? I think we should get Kyle Pitts, or go after Likely, because Likely don't have a contract. They just gave Mark Andrews a contract. So things like that. I'll talk about certain topics, who we should pick up in the draft and free agency, et cetera, et cetera. But like I said, thanks again for supporting me on Gotta Get It Sports. It's your boy Cracker Stan. I'm out. Peace.